After discovering my wife's affair with her work husband, I secretly became his boss and watched their relationship implode from the inside. The long game revenge no one saw coming. I, 34M, have been married to my wife Emily, 32F, for 7 years now. We met in grad school, hit it off immediately, and honestly, I thought we had a pretty solid relationship. We've always been good at communicating, we have similar interests, and we've weathered some tough times together. No kids yet, but we've been talking about it. For context, Emily works as an account manager at a marketing firm. About 2 years ago, they hired this guy Jake, mid-30s, who quickly became her work husband, as she jokingly called him. At first, I didn't think much of it. They worked on projects together and sometimes went to lunch with their team. I even met him at the company Christmas party last year, and he seemed like an okay dude, though a bit too charming for my taste. You know the type, always has the perfect thing to say, dresses like he stepped out of a men's lifestyle magazine, and somehow manages to make everyone feel like they're his best friend. Anyway, things started changing about 4 months ago. Emily began staying late at work more often. Her texts during the day became less frequent. She was always on her phone when at home, and she'd take calls in another room, saying it was work stuff. I honestly tried not to be that suspicious husband, but something felt off. Then last month, I noticed she'd forgotten to log out of her work email on our shared tablet. I'm not proud of this, but I looked. There were dozens of emails between her and Jake that went way beyond professional, inside jokes, personal conversations, comments about how much they enjoyed spending time together. One email from Jake said, "Those 2 hours in the corner booth at Rafferty's yesterday made my whole week." That hit me like a truck because Emily had told me she was having lunch with her college friend Sarah that day. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I decided to pay attention. I noticed she'd changed her phone password, she'd started dressing differently for work, she was suddenly very interested in staying fit and bought new perfume. Classic signs, right? What really confirmed my suspicions was when I checked our phone bill. Multiple calls to the same number, often late at night or early morning before I woke up. I looked up the number. It was Jake's. So here's where I'm at now. I know confronting her with accusations would just lead to denial and gaslighting. I've seen it with friends who've gone through similar situations. Instead, I've decided to play the long game. I've started by casually suggesting we both try this new budgeting app that tracks our spending. I was transparent about all its features, including that it logs location data for purchase verification. She thought it was a great idea and readily installed it. I've also started being more attentive and loving, not in a desperate way, but just enough to make her feel slightly guilty. I've been working late myself a couple of nights a week, actually just going to a buddy's place to give her the opportunity to slip up. Here's my plan. I'm gathering evidence quietly. I've hired a lawyer, she doesn't know, and I'm documenting everything. I'm preparing financially by documenting what assets we brought into the marriage individually and making sure I understand our complete financial picture. I'm not hiding assets, that would be illegal, but I'm making sure I have access to enough of my own premarital funds to support myself if needed. I'm also preparing our house for sale by fixing up all those little things we've been putting off. A twist, I own a small software development company, and by coincidence, Emily's firm is in talks to hire us for a major project. I disclosed this potential conflict of interest to my business partner who's handling the negotiations directly. Jake doesn't know who I am beyond Emily's husband, and he certainly doesn't know my company. I'm not using the business relationship for revenge, that would be unethical, but it does give me insight into their workplace dynamics since my partner keeps me updated on all client interactions. I don't want revenge that hurts my own future. I want to come out of this in a better position than before. Am I being calculating? Yes, but after 7 years of building a life with someone who can lie to my face every day, I think I'm entitled to protect myself. I'll update when there are developments. Update, 6 weeks later. First, thank you all for the support and advice. I didn't expect my post to get the attention it did. To address the most common questions, yes, I've considered that this might be totally innocent, but the evidence suggests otherwise. No, I haven't confronted her yet because I want to be strategic, not emotional, and yes, I'm prepared for this to end my marriage. I'm just trying to protect myself in the process. So here's what's happened in the last 6 weeks. The budgeting app has been revealing. According to the location data, Emily has been to lunch meetings at hotels on at least 3 occasions. Each time, she's been there for about 2 hours mid-afternoon. She told me these were client meetings, but our mutual friend who works at the same company mentioned they don't usually have client meetings at hotels. The contract between my company and her firm has been finalized. We're now working directly with their marketing team, including Jake, who has no idea I'm the owner. I have a business partner who handles most client-facing work. Through this, I've learned that Jake has been bragging to my business partner about a complicated relationship he's in with someone who's trapped in a stale marriage. He's even shown my partner pictures of them together at a baseball game, a game Emily told me she attended with her co-workers as a team event. I've been documenting everything and have given it all to my lawyer. I've also secured copies of our financial records, important documents, and family photos, just in case things go south quickly. The hardest part has been maintaining normalcy at home. Emily has actually been more affectionate lately, which makes this even more confusing and painful. Last weekend, she suggested we take a vacation together this summer and even brought up the topic of starting a family again. It feels like she's living in 2 different realities, and it's messing with my head. I've had moments of weakness where I almost confronted her. Last week, she was texting someone while we were having dinner, smiling at her phone, and I nearly lost it. Instead, I excused myself, took a walk around the block, and reminded myself to stick to the plan.